Hello, and welcome to channel Travel Treasure. Today we are in the center of Manhattan and we'll take a walk on streets where we have not been before. To people who celebrate and to Asian followers, Happy Lunar New Year! There are some events happening in New York today and I'm waiting for you guys to join before we continue our trip. As you are joining, I will tell you where we currently are. To the left, that's Madison Square Garden. You cannot see it really well from here, but you will. And straight ahead, that's the main building of the post office that is open really good hours. So if you ever need to get package, to send package, to get postage, or stamps, to get anything related to post office, come here. It's located on between 32nd and 33rd Streets on 8th Avenue. In addition to this, post office is now sharing a building with Penn Station. They're expanding Penn Station, they're renovating this area and they make it look good. And taxis, always waiting for their clients. Alright, so I see that you are joining, so let's go to our next destination. If we continue our roadway straight, we will get to Times Square. We might go there eventually later today, but that's not our first in-list place for today. Let me just go to activity and see what comments you are leaving. Hello Galina, hello Sergey, Anton, welcome all. So one of the entrances to Madison Square Garden is here, and people are rushing to the stadium now, to, I don't know what you call it, to the arena now, because Rangers have training there today, and a lot of people got free tickets to attend that training. We might try to see some players after the game. I do have tickets as well, but I am not going there today. I would much rather attend a game. So we are going towards Hudson Yards. I hope the connection is not shaky. It's a little colder than today, but still super warm for January. I would say it's 5 degrees above Celsius, above 0 in Celsius. After 8th Avenue, they have already made this area really clean and nice. There used to be a lot of construction here. Before construction, there were a lot of industrial buildings and like unpleasant places. But now this area has improved significantly, and I hope they will do the same between 8th Avenue, where we started that stream, all the way to 6th Avenue. Starting with 5th Avenue, where Empire State Building is located, it's better, much better. Wait, hold on 1 second, guys. Alright, I think it should be better now. One moment. We'll be shaking just a little until... There we go. It's stable again. Hello, Gino. Where are you from? Miguel. Gino, right guys, where you are from. You can actually see best Madison Square Garden from here. Madonna will be giving a concert there soon. It was just recently announced, not long ago. Where are you guys joining from? Which countries are you watching from, or which cities are you watching from? As I said in one of my streams not long ago, Hudson Yards is the most popular area now. All the big companies moved their offices to these buildings, which have more than 100 floors. Can you imagine 100 floors? I don't know if I would love to, if I would like it to live in a skyscraper like that. I think I prefer the one made of brick. So the part of Penn Station, which is now in the building of the post office, it's called, I will never be able to pronounce it, but I'll try, Munian Train Hall, and Amtrak's and Long Island Railroad trains depart from here. I don't know if you want to see inside. There is nothing really interesting there, but it's not as crowded as the main building of Penn Station, and there are no homeless there, at least not just yet. Brooklyn, New York on Coney Island. Nice! I just yesterday posted shorts on YouTube from Coney Island. Have you seen it? You're from Chile, but you live in Atlanta, Georgia. How nice! People from all over the world. Atlanta, Georgia. The only time I was in Atlanta was to make when I was making a connection. So I had a connecting flight on the way to Memphis, and instead of spending 2 hours, because of weather conditions, I spent almost the whole day there. How is it living in Atlanta, Georgia? What is the weather like there now? Joey, hello, good to see you. Joey is also from New York. He's from Long Island, right, Joey? It's very interesting how in New York modern new architecture can be mixed with old buildings. I will show you from here view to Empire State Building. That's one of my favorite views, unobstructed, well, if we don't mind the light. And Empire State Building looks really thin from here. Yes, you've seen, good. Chile, I was just mentioning yesterday that Chile is one of the places I want to visit. I actually would... What the heck is he doing? Okay, homeless in New York are weird. He's just... Okay, yeah, I guess you understand what he's doing. Weird. I know a lot of people will say do not show that, but I show all types of life in New York. Not just good, not just bad, but New York as it is. Yes, Joey's from there. Oh, welcome, Joey. Good to see you. What are you doing on Saturday morning? I wanted to attend Rangers practice training, but when I went to Madison Square Garden and I saw how many people there are, I'm like, next time maybe. And you know, to access Madison Square Garden, we have one of the fast tracks, which is with Clear. I don't know if you guys want to know what Clear is, but either way, I'll tell you. So Clear is a system which you pay for. It's valid for a year, and they have a lot of offers. Some companies offer it for free for the first year. Otherwise, it costs less than $100 per year. And it's very good if you attend events and if you travel. Why? Because once they have checked you, and they check you with your ID and by your fingerprints and eyes, that is done really quickly. So you register, you fill out an application, a form online, and then at the airport they check what I just said, and you pay money, and then your membership is open, and you can invite up to, like, sometimes they have free guest passes, so it's a really convenient system. What it allows you to do, for example, if you go to the airport where they have Clear, and it's spelled exactly the same way as clear, like transparent, so CLEAR, that gives you fast access to through customs at the airport, which is really convenient. And a Clear system appears in more and more airports, not just, I think maybe just in America, but in more and more airports in America for sure, and also at some venues, for example Madison Square Garden, Yankee Stadium. And when you come to the airport, you don't even need to show your ID. Can you imagine that? So if you travel locally within the United States you normally show your ID or driver's license or anything with a picture. Well, not anything, like driver's license, ID slash passport. But with that, you don't even need your ID. How convenient is that? Hello, Alexander. Where are you from, Alexander? Weather in Atlanta is very cold. How cold? Are you used to Fahrenheit or are you still on Celsius? I don't like Fahrenheit. They taught me how to switch from Fahrenheit to Celsius. That's okay. Take Fahrenheit, let's say 50, minus 30, so less 30, divided by 2. So that would be 10 degrees Celsius. But to count this each time is inconvenient. I know approximately how many degrees it is in Fahrenheit, but it's not always exact. 7 degrees Celsius, right? Well, almost same as here. Is it normal for this time of the year in Atlanta, Georgia? Leonid, hello. And all, hello and welcome to my stream. Edge observation deck. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you saw pictures from this edge. This is my least favorite observation decks in the whole city. Views from there are mostly obstructed, but it's a good experience. And as we are getting closer to Hudson River, it's becoming more windy and colder. Feels like 0 degrees Celsius here. Max, Canada and the world is, Canada and the world is centigrade, yes. Which I think is America the only place where they have Fahrenheit. New York City, yes. It is. If people from France are watching, you can also write something in French. I will respond to you in that language. Same to German speakers. Oh, it's super cold and windy. So let's go through Hudson Yards. I'm afraid connection will be lost, but we can give it a... maybe not. Let's not take the risk. Oh, shall we? Alexander, where are you watching from? No, actually, let's warm up a little. Wow, where are all these people coming from? Sorry. 30. Oh gosh.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
There will be events to celebrate Lunar New Year. Again, to Asian people following me on my channel. Happy Lunar New Year, Sandman. I don't know if you're celebrating, but happy Lunar New Year to you. And 3 times a day on Saturdays there will be events here. So there will be a short performance. So as you see, every Saturday at 1 p.m., 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Traditional line dances and ribbon twirling performances. So this will be happening until February 6th. Perfect to be in this place now because it's warm, not windy, and you can hear me. Thank you for putting all the likes and dislikes to give me feedback about what I'm showing you. I tried to watch someone's stream. There was a person in Queens, I think, last night, and I saw that 1,000 people were watching him at a time. I'm sure my channel is still new, but it will exceed that amount of people on the live stream, because what he was showing was he was doing a great job, and he seems to be also not a native in America. But I hope to show you even more interesting places and tell you about more interesting facts about New York. Year of the rabbit, dinner later today. You're not having a rabbit later today, are you, Max? Senator, hello. Do people use those rental bikes? Natalia, you would be surprised how many, despite bad roads in New York, amount of people using bikes is just crazy. Consistency is key as a live streamer, which I'm trying to catch up with. Joey, why are you not doing them as often? Joey. Hello, Garlic. My notification came late for some reason. Well, it's better late than never. E-bikes I actually used the most because people could be lazy. Speak of lazy, yesterday I walked more than 25 kilometers and I only saw it because I'm never tired when I walk. I cannot exercise, I'm super duper lazy. Like, if you speak about lazy, think about me. That's how lazy I am. I wanted to show you something, but I wouldn't be able to find it now. But maybe I will. No, it's not on this floor. So Vessel, we see Vessel from here. And if before we went on Highline to the left, now we will go to Interpret on the left. No, we went left before, now we will go right, and then we'll go to Upper Manhattan today. That's what I'm going to show you. Chinese New Year this year is the year of the rabbit. I know, Max, I know, but you're not going to eat a rabbit, right? To celebrate the year of a rabbit. That's what I meant. I will be doing one Sunday showcasting Lunar New Year. Nice. The one in Brooklyn or in some other place, or by where you live? I saw that there are a lot of events all the way till, if not beginning then, if not mid, then definitely beginning of February. Like it lasts so long. I think that even Chinese celebrate the Lunar New Year not as long as people here in New York. One of the most popular coffee shops in the city is called Blue Bottle Coffee, and it's located here. Lines here are usually very long, despite the fact that prices on coffee here are probably more expensive than at Starbucks. I want to continue what I was saying yesterday about knowledge of English. I know that I make a lot of mistakes when I speak. I know I have a pretty bad Russian accent. At some point I wanted to get rid of it, but then I'm like, what the heck? And I decided to keep it. And I challenge myself by speaking English. Hello, Zhao. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly. Where is your name, interesting name from? Zhao. In Brooklyn, nice. So you are going to the place where you used to live, huh? Oh, you are there already, so you're there visiting your mom for the weekend. How sweet. Oh, Joey. I actually even paid for a whole course to get rid of the accent. I started it. I understood that I'm really bad at that, so I decided instead of getting these lessons, I just decided, when possible, to speak slower. Wait, is it here what I wanted to show you? Yeah, so entrance to the Edge is right here. So is entrance to Peak Restaurant. If you go to Peak Restaurant, which is above Edge, then access to Edge is free. Edge, I'm repeating myself, is on an observation deck. So that's here, and the store I wanted to show you is not here. I don't know on which level it is. Not eating a rabbit, eating a duck. Okay. Alright. The most expensive gym in the city is called Equinox. And the most expensive of all Equinoxes is located, or one of, is located right here at Hudson Yards as well. As I told you before, you can not go to the top of Vessel now, which is this relatively new site in New York City, but you can go to the middle of it. Before we head to next place, let's just see what's in the middle. Why they closed access to the top? Because there were two suicides, not at once, but with there was one Then they decided to give it a chance, another chance. They reopened it. Views to the skyline during sunset from vessel were amazing. So they gave it another chance, but then there was a second suicide, so they closed it for good, and now they only allow people on the ground floor here. Let's see what it looks like from here. And it's pretty crowded, I would say now. Hudson River, you already see it from there, or from here. Highline, they are expanding Highline. So before Highline finished on 23rd Street, then they expanded it to 34th Street, and now they make it even longer, so it goes to the other side of 34th Street. I hope that it will go all the way to 5th Avenue soon, or at least 6th Avenue, because we can skip dirty, not the most pleasant avenues. Wow, it's super crowded. So let's see from here. So before you could go everywhere there, but not anymore. One of the reasons why Equinox here is more expensive than in other places is because there used to be an elevator here, is because it also has a swimming pool outside. In summer time which you can spend at the swimming pool is limited, and you have to pre-register and wait for your turn to get to the pool. And when I say expensive, that's approximately $400 per month just to use that gym facility, and sometimes other facilities in the city. Equinox. Your accent is a good thing. It makes you stand out from other streamers who only speak New Yorkish. As I said, I was watching yesterday maybe 2 minutes of a stream of some guy. He maybe looked like he was, I'm not sure, I don't want to say wrong things, but he looked somewhat like Indian to me. And he had an accent as well. I'm like, wow, I'm not the only one. But his English was really good. Is really good. So that's entrance to Equinox. Swimming pool is not on the top floor, but it's here outside. It's probably like the level of 8th floor. We will pass Javits Center. So Javits Center, during election of 2016, there used to be Clinton's campaign, Hillary Clinton's campaign in that center, and they said that the roof of the building would explode, catch she won. But the roof is still there, standing, so we will have a look at it unbroken. Right now at the Javits Center, so Javits Center after that was one of the major sites for people who had COVID in 2020. And they were, so all the scary things with black bags, with like everything being so bad from that year, was a lot of times from that place. And now, and always before and ever after, it has been a place where different events take place, including Comic-Con, what else? Now there is, I think, a boat show or something. And it's not free. Auto show, this kind of events. I don't often ask questions. I have good reasons. Chinese New Year. Well, the reason you have is really good. Be quiet, be silent, be. Or just don't be. Just be where you should be, Anton. It's winter now, but looking at some trees, it's tough to tell. Close your eyes and you would never be, and then open and you would never be able to tell that it's actually January, right? Trees are blooming. This is the closest to Hudson Yards train station. That's the last stop on 7th train. Actually, we can get to the front of it because there's another thing which I want to show you. Vessel looks nice from here as well. I hope connection is not shaky because on my end it is. It's not stabilized. There's still a lot of construction and they are putting new buildings around Hudson Yards, and this area is super expensive. I personally would not want to live here, not only because of price, which is almost inaffordable, but also because it's always windy, and then especially now in winter, it's not too cold now, so it's not as bad, but usually in winter it's super duper cold. Connection is good. Very well, thank you, Anton. I don't know if they removed that thing which I'm going to show you now. If not, you will see something what you probably didn't see on Instagram of other people before. Do not cross on red. Oh, by the way, in some countries, blinking red light for pedestrians means it's red, like stable red. While here in New York, when it's blinking red, that means it's yellowish, like green to yellowish, and then steady red means it's red. Traffic lights are a lot of times belated. What it means is it's first stable red without, like now, without disappearing for pedestrians, and only several seconds later it's green to cars. While it's green to cars, it's white to pedestrians. So it's when pedestrians can walk not on green but on white light. Yes, the view from here of New York is great. So let's see if they removed it. That's a new park here. Before, this area was really unpleasant to walk in because it was dirty, it was industrial, there was nothing pretty much here, only dust. Alright, where are you, the place that I wanted to show? Are you non-existent now? So Javits Center with the ceiling that was going to explode is there. That's another train station. Now there is children's playground. I think they did remove what I wanted to show you. Too bad. But maybe they will something new. They have a lot of pop-up arts that appear here. So maybe at some point we'll see something. As you can see, they are putting down like old buildings which are not tall. They buy air rights from these buildings. Air rights costs more than land. So that's you heard it right. Air rights. That's, for example, there is a short building like that, right? And that building has not just rights for the space which this building occupies. It also has rights of the air, which costs now more than land. So, for example, it has air of a building, so they can put down this building and build a building which consists of 50 floors. So anything higher than 3 stories, that's air they can sell. And as I just said, it's more expensive than land on which the building stands. Crazy, huh? How things are done in New York. And also sometimes you can see a building hanging over, so a skyscraper like that can be like hanging over a building like that, so standing like this, as if having an arch over that building. That's because of what I just said, the air rights. Oh wait, maybe it's here what I wanted to show. No, it's not here. Oh well. Now let's go to the military ship, and I'll tell you what's happening there in May. Oh, when I was here last, this building was not here. They're building it pretty fast. I don't like this area too much because of construction, because there is not really much to see, and yeah, because it's like still work in progress. And there are also some railways and, you know, like still dirty, especially in summer. But no, it's not too bad. But either way, we will be turning now to go to Hudson River. Let me go to stream to see how many people are watching. Okay, 11 people, I see that. And I'm going back to activities. I saw that the person who was streaming yesterday is using the same app to stream as Joey mentioned, which is Prism. I'm now using a different app, and each app is different. So with Prism you can zoom in, with this app you cannot. Prism, I don't know if you show front camera, if it synchronizes. That app does that as well. Streamlabs doesn't. You can see a church over there, and again a mixture of old buildings and modern skyscrapers. Okay, let's cross. That's where horses, which I showed yesterday in Central Park, stay for the night. Horses and carriages, the ones that I said are not treated as good. See, they're ready to put down this building, an abandoned building, or maybe not abandoned, but purchased. And this area, the whole area, looked almost all like that. There is railroad that goes underneath, and as I said, it looks somewhat industrial. So horses.
I like him because he's got good feet too. It looks like he holds the shoe good. Hello.
Hi.
We're most proud of the horse's feet. Take a picture of his hoofs. He holds the nails real good. His shoe's good. Don't he? You know a little bit about horses, I can tell. Got good feet. Good hoofs.
Looks like a nice horse.
He is.
Is it a young horse?
It's a 12-year-old,
oh,
and
really?
It's a girl horse.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Got a nice look to it.
Have a nice
Where
day.
are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Oh,
Thank you.
Moscow.
Да. Вы тоже?
You too?
Откуда вы?
Russia. Yeah, no, right.
You've known him for like 20 years, and that's the first time you're asking him, right?
Huh?
You've known him for 20 years, and I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know.
I'm just kidding. Откуда вы? Из Грузии. Класс. Это вот лошади, которые в Центральном парке, да?
Да, катать.
Nice. Well, I hope they're treated well.
Я по-английски также.
Надеюсь, что у них хорошее обращение к ним. Да, отлично. Good. Хорошего дня вам. No, that's not a fire horse. That's a horse from Central Park. Picture wobbles a little, but not critical. Well, I hope it will get back to normal. Listen carefully to every word of the guide, especially when it's and the language you can understand, right? So that's the Javits Center. And behind Javits Center, that's where Hudson is. And that's where we're going now. Yeah, you should not cross on red. Do not repeat what I'm doing. I'm only doing it to save time. And I know that it's not as crowded here now, so I can afford it. When there are auto shows, they have a Jeep that is outside and it does different tricks. I liked it. So that's what this area used to look like before all the big buildings appeared here. I don't know what the best time for streams is. I don't know what the most convenient time is, considering that people are watching from different countries and different cities, but I will try to do it to stream during different times on weekends and during the day to see when people what is more convenient for most people. There are no gas stations in the center, like close to Fifth Avenue of Manhattan. The closest gas station, the closest place gas stations are located are on East River and Hudson River. Well, on this avenue and closest to East River on the opposite side. So that's the view to Hudson Yards here. And as you can see, they're still putting up some new buildings. That's the answer to the question that was asked earlier about whether these bikes are used. Question from Baltimore, including e-bikes. See how different New York architecture is. And that's the same with diversity of people who live here. A lot of times I'm asked if people ask me where I'm from. Well, as you can see, a lot of times they do. But most of the times when there are many people, no one even cares. No one cares what you look like here. No one cares the language you speak. No one cares from where you are. Because there are people from all over the place, so just live and enjoy here. And I would like to repeat that if you guys put likes, dislikes watching this stream, that helps me to understand whether you enjoy it, whether you dislike something. So if you don't mind, please don't be lazy and just press one or the other. Can you see the church with the green top right in front of skyscraper, lost among skyscrapers? There are 3 main roads that go to New Jersey. New Jersey is a state which is located on the other side of Hudson River. The most popular, one of the most popular ones so there are 2 tunnels, which is Holland Tunnel, number 1, that's more in downtown. On this level there is Lincoln Tunnel. That's why during the day, during the weekday, it's usually pretty packed here with cars, so traffic is pretty bad. And there is also another road where even pedestrians can walk, and that's the only bridge, not tunnel but bridge, which goes to New Jersey directly. It's called George Washington Bridge. Strong wind today, not as bad for winter and for this specific area. And we're walking towards Hudson River. Next avenue will be already Hudson River. That's the place where New York buses have a depot, so they stay here for the night or whenever. Retail big show, that's what is happening here now, or happened here until the 17th of January, and it is pretty empty. That's why I don't like this area, because as you walk and walk and walk and walk, there are long buildings which last the whole avenue, and there is nothing really to see. That's why I say that it's industrial, so where there are like buses that are parked for whenever, and cars and like weird things and like buildings that are never ending. That's what I call industrial, and this area is very famous for this. I first wanted to avoid it, but then I'm like, that's also part of New York, so might as well show. It's pretty gloomy in New York. I know it makes a whole difference when it's sunny, but it is what it is. And I did see that next week it might even snow. So there is a chance it might snow on Wednesday, but I don't think it will be the type of snow that will stay on the ground. Even though in Manhattan there was no real snow this year, but in other parts of New York City even, there was a lot of snow, including Staten Island. Staten Island, just like Manhattan, is an island by itself, is a separate island. To get to Staten Island, they opened a new ferry, one of the ferries we took the other day, which costs, I just checked, $4. So if you buy 10 tickets which last for 6 months, each ticket would cost $2.75. The only ferry that goes to Staten Island from Manhattan goes, unlike all other New York City ferries, not from East River, but from Hudson River, around this area. And you can only take a ferry to that ferry first to downtown Manhattan, and then to Staten Island. It doesn't cross, so you cannot make a transfer like on other ones from this ferry to ferries that go along East River. Rick, hello. Get rid of Staten Island. Why? Why? So if you were ever to go to Statue of Liberty, but without getting off at that island, you would go here to ferries that take you around New York here. Oh wow. As I told you, there is a boat show now in Javits Center. So there is a boat floating on this road. Geese flying. Hello, Dan. Also, there are boats that go between New York and New Jersey. They are pretty expensive, but that's the way people commute. So some people who work in Manhattan, the easiest for them to get to the city, by city I mean Manhattan. That's what an official name of the city of Manhattan, the city, even though the city consists of 5 boroughs. Manhattan is just one of them. So the easiest for them is to take this New York Waterway ferry, and as I said, it is pricey. And then you can switch to free buses that go from here. There's just one bus standing there to different parts of mostly center of Manhattan. Hi Misha, good to see you. So we don't really walk that much here, but today is an exceptional day. There is a chance I will do 2 streams today, so not to miss them and to know when the next one is coming. I will not be saving all live streams, so not to miss. All you have to do is click the follow or subscribe button and then press on the bell next to subscribe button. As simple as that. And as soon as new stream will come out, will begin, you will get a notification. It's pretty empty now because it's cold and tourists are not really interested in taking tours now in such cold period of time. But in summer you question yourself, why are there so many people? And that because there is a boat, a ferry, which is called Circle Line, that goes around shows you most famous sites of this city from the boat. Also, along Hudson River, there are several places which are also open in summer, where you can take a free kayak and swim in Hudson River. There is even one place where you can do it close to the military ship, which we're approaching now. Nat will do an exclusive French stream next. I can do it here now. I can say, write something in French, Rick, or ask, and I will respond. Since you are fluent in French now, right? Oh, I see some people are actually standing where you can buy tickets to Circle Line, so let's just go there and see how much tickets now are. I know that if you buy online, you get a discount for people who are... Oh, what is happening with my... 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry for the shakiness. I think it might be too cold for the thing that I used to stream. That's why it's acting up. So for people who want to travel to New York and want to get some discounts, I will share a website where you can find these discounts. All you have to do is just write to me. One second. Okay. Yeah, this joystick is not doing the best way. The DJI Osmo is not good today. Not good. I'll give it one more try. Doesn't even want to switch off. Okay, let's see prices if we were to purchase tickets here. So a trip that lasts 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours. Ticket for adult costs $45 and for a child $38. 1.5 hours, $31 for an adult, $25 for a child, and Harbor Lights at 7 p.m. So the sunset tour, $43 for an adult and $36 for a child. And there is additional price if you want to get better seating. I didn't even know they have better seating. I think you can take like any seat you want. Bonsoir, Rick. Comment vas-tu? Parlez-vous français avec moi ce soir? So this is the military ship. There are even free tours on that ship and on the submarine next to it on the other side. And during Fleet Week, which happens in New York in the end of May each year, there is a real military ship, sometimes several, which docks not far from here, and you can tour it as well. So they real military people or real Navy people show you around, tell you everything. They let you go on military helicopters, planes, touch military planes, and you can ask them every and any question you want. They, as of recently, they do not allow you to take videos, but you can take as many pictures as you please. There are ships from Canada and US. You know what? I will switch off this DJI Osmo. It's not working today, and I will just hold you in hands. Okay, we are back. It's not okay. We are back. It's not working. Not working. Broken. Bad, bad, bad. And in summer, kayaks can get really close to this boat. Kayaks and paddle boards to this ship. There is Dogs Playground. It's always very popular. A lot of times in New York you can see playgrounds for dogs, separately for big dogs and separately for small ones. This one is a mix. Can you see military planes? This is the signal that a boat gives, or ferry gives, before it gets from the dock, so that other boats and everyone else is aware that they start moving. so calm here. Let's go closer to submarine now. Yes, unfortunately that's the only method I have a chance to use now. Otherwise it's extremely shaky. It goes at the angle of like 45 degrees every second or half a second, and there is nothing I can do, and then it just turns. The name of this military ship is called Intrepid, and in certain days, including during Fleet Week, you can use it for free. Otherwise, we will see what the price for the ticket to get there now is. I'm not a huge fan of ships like that or military in general, but I did really enjoy it. Maybe because it was free, I won't deny, but also maybe because it was really interesting. I especially like submarine, which is part of this tour. Imagine that. Did I say that? It's huge. It really is huge. There is another one which is not less interesting, which is where was it? I think in San Diego. Yes, San Diego. I'm speaking about the ship now. The name of this ship is written in the back of it. You can see it now. I always confuse it with Interpret, but it's Intrepid. That's why I'm trying to avoid pronouncing its name. Big boat, yes. Very, very big. That's what it looks like from here. You can see how huge it is, and you can see that it doesn't really rain or snow in New York. That's why water is lower than it usually is. And let's see price now. So that's the main entrance. And after that I will show you the submarines. And when other boats come here, they dock in this place. Visitors are permitted to enter within the 30-minute time period indicated in their ticket. So if you got a ticket for 2 p.m., you can get either here at 2, but no earlier than 1:30 and no later than 2:30 p.m. And here are prices. General admission, again, if you buy online, it's cheaper. But if you buy it here, it's $36 for people between the age of 13 and 64. For children 26, and for senior and college students, senior people and college students, 34. Then there are add-ons which you can get, and New York City residents can get there for free, as well as US military personnel. I live in a yellow submarine, yes. Remember Beatles. As you can see, this area is still kind of industrial and something unpleasant. That's what Hudson Yards used to look like as well. And as I promised you, well, first another plane with American flags, and then a submarine. Submarine, of course, needs to be in water, and it is. Here we go. It's in the end of May. I don't know the exact date, but it lasts a whole week. It's called not a fleet day, but rather a fleet week. So that's the submarine. Thank you so much, Gina. You are really, really kind. I will try to repair the thing that I used to hold the phone in that was stabilizing the connection. And I will definitely make a second stream today. So not to miss it, please follow. If you don't mind, please put your likes or dislikes, and thank you for all the comments. I will see you later today. Don't miss it. Bye bye.